In today's off-script video, we are looking at cars sold at an auction. Welcome to my channel. There are many places where you could find yourself a second, third or fourth hand car, and one of those places is at an auction. I'm sure we all know what an auction is, but to get us all on the same page, I'll just explain. An auction, in the case of cars, is a type of sale where you acquire a car through bidding. The auctioneer would start at a certain price, and depending on whether or not there's a bidder, the price would go down. So sometimes it even reaches a certain minimum and the hammer goes down and the car is deemed to not be sold.
And he ran at 40, and he would have 40, I will take, and he would have 40, I'll go, 40.
The Ascenta you just saw ended up with a minimum price of 35,000 rands and it was still not sold. And in some other instances, you will find yourself bidding against other people for a car that you want.
83 want to go, an 83 I'll take, 83, 84, an 84, an 84 on 5, an 5, an 85, an 85 want to go, an 85, 86, 86 in the mix, an 86, 87, 87 on one more time going to an 87 want to go, an 87 I'll take, 8 and 7 one more time, an 87 sugar, an 86 on the first, 86 on the second, 86 on the third and final, 87, got an 87 on 88, 88 you sure, got an 87, an 87 on, an 87 on done, close at 87.
There's quite a number of auction houses in South Africa, and the one that I went to is called Bidvest Burchmores, which is situated in Johannesburg. Otherwise, you can always bid from the comfort of your home through other online channels. And if you decide that you want to buy a car through an auction, I would honestly recommend that you attend it twice or so just to observe the process. Once you are certain, then you would need things like your ID, proof of residence, license, and all those other type of documents that are normally needed when you buy a car from a dealership. In order to bid, you need to register and cough up an amount of between 5 to 8,000 rands per car depending on the auctioneer. By per car, I mean that if you want to bid for 2 cars, then you'd cough up 10,000 rands. And this amount is then refunded to you in the event that you're unable to successfully bid for the cars. And if you then bid for the cars and you actually get them, then this amount goes towards the deposit of those cars or that car. So I'm sure some of you are asking yourselves where these auctioned cars come from. Well, most of them have been repossessed by the banks to recuperate their money. Some of them are cars that are sold by individuals who just want their cars to be bought, and others are fleet vehicles that are sold by companies. With that being said, let's talk about the pros and cons of buying an auctioned car. Starting with the pros, with the obvious one being that the price of the cars at an auction is way lower than what it would normally retail for.
2020 Mercedes-Benz GLE 300 diesel on the 4MATIC. It's on the 4MATIC here. Now where we can go. Only got 74,000 Ks on the clock. Retail sitting at 1.3. Retail sitting at 1.3. Got to be a buy here any day of the week. Anywhere at 950. Anywhere at 950 over to 950. Retail sitting at 1.3 at 950 to go.
And can you try and guess at what price this GLE was sold for? Well,
going on the first. On the second and the third, no advance, 850 subject to nice buy.
So yeah, that's one of the biggest pros of buying an auctioned car. You can either pay for it in cash or finance it with a bank. And when coming to the cons, the list is quite extensive, but I'll just touch on the most severe ones. The first one being that even though these cars are clean and good looking, some of them may not be in good driving conditions or may have some form of mechanical flaws to them. Auction houses normally allow for you to come the day before an auction to just do a full inspection of the cars. So with this opportunity, try and inspect everything about the car or find a mechanic who can do so for you. The other check you can also do is through the VIN number. With this, you can compare to the one that is on the engine bay, the one that's on the passenger side windshield, and the other documents that you have, just to ensure that you have one car and not some type of cut and joint. The second con is that you are not allowed to test drive the cars, so you don't really know how well it drives or whether or not it meets your driving needs. So in this case, if you leave the floor with the car, then you're not allowed to bring it back. There's no guarantee, there's no warranty, there's nothing. And the term used here is voetstoots. If you intend on getting a car that is in a good condition, my advice to you would be take your time to research the second-hand car market and just see what that car retails for out there and then compare it to its auction price. This will give you a good idea as to whether or not you are getting a car that is in a good condition or you need to reserve some money on the side for repairs. Overall, buying a car at an auction is a high-risk, high-reward exercise. And I know some people that bought cars from an auction and to this day, those cars are still up and running many years later. So if you plan on buying a car at an auction, good luck to you and I hope you get what you bargained for, or even better. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments below.